Hello and welcome back to So April. So today is April Styles. If you don't know what that is, it's where I take one pattern company and all the outfits are made from that company to try to see like what their intended style or fit is with a couple of the outfits. So last month I did not finish because I decided there was so many of their patterns that I wanted to try, so I wanted to try more. So this time I have 4 new patterns for you, and the company is Rebecca Page. Um, I will go over the sizes and everything I made, and then of course, if I had any problems, which we all know I always have issues with something. So, first of all, I will say with I think it's all of her patterns or most of her patterns. She does have videos that she is very detailed in, what you need to do and how to do certain things, and several different hacks to the patterns. I did forget to bring one of the outfits out here, but I'll go ahead and insert pictures. So, first we'll go with the this outfit, and this one I made is the top is a Laura top, and it's made for woven. And since I'm not used to wearing woven, I thought I'm just gonna try it with a knit, because you can use knit on it as well. I thought I'm gonna try it with a more structured knit. So this was actually a French terry, and it was the first time I've used a French terry, and oh my gosh, I love it so much. Now, the one thing I did notice, and I'm glad I used the knit, because the sleeve right here, since I sized down, the sleeve was too small, but I mean, it fits. I might like make a little cut right here and just split it like a little Y. I don't know. I mean, it's fine unless I'm like trying to sleep in it, because it is so comfy. I do want to sleep in it. So hopefully I've had the picture showing of all the views, and I'll look at my notes here. So the sizes I made were an 8, 9, 10, and their standard size. I didn't choose to do the curvy size because the curvy size for me would have been 7, 10, and then 9 for my hips. And they have a letter C on the end of that. And I thought I would be too confused trying to cut that out, because I'm a pear shape and I'm used to grading out like that. So to like grade out and then in, I thought that just seems a little weird. So I thought I'll just do the standard size, and I'm glad I did. Now, I think it's fine. I do think I might need to grade out a little more on the hips for a woven, only because, wovens don't stretch at all. So I have to keep that in mind. And then, like I said, with her videos, she also went in detail on, I just used a regular neck binding, like a t-shirt band. Honestly, I got a little confused on the little pattern pieces, because it had for like it had like binding, and I just used the one pattern that was marked for binding, and I used that as the knit neckband, and it worked perfectly fine. But you can either do it as a bias binding, you could do it as a facing, I believe. You could do it as a binding that comes over. She also shows how you can make like a little keyhole neck with like ties or without ties. Like I said, she has a lot of different hacks on there. And then also you can even do like a where it's like this and it goes down like a V. I do want to do that one. So she has so many different things on that, and I thought that was really interesting. So that's the Laura top I made, and I'll go on to the pants now. The pants with that is the Pippa pants, and that one I just sized in a 5X, and I made it the same color as I used as the neckband because I thought it would match nicely with the top. The only thing is the legs, I didn't realize how wide they were. Like walking around the house, they felt really fine and comfy. And then my husband took pictures last night and I was like, whoa, those legs are way too big. So I'm definitely going to have to like size them in. I might even make them more like a legging size, honestly, because they were just way too big. So I'm going to have to take those in. And then the other top I made was the classic blouse. And I made a size 3/4X. And the reason I do that is I'm more narrow in the shoulders, so I always have to size down to get the shoulder seams to fit. And then, of course, my boobs are bigger than up here, and then my hips are bigger than my boobs. So that's the sizes I made on that, and I do have that shirt here. And I'm really proud of it. I only made a short sleeve because at the time we were still having 100-degree weather when I made this. And of course, now today I think we're in like 30, you know, our weather changes. We had like 85 the other day. So I have the standard collar. I guess I could put a little tag in there. And then it has an inverted pleat on the back. I don't know if you can see that good. And then the snaps. This is where I had a problem. And I'll insert the picture of the snaps I had on there. I decided to use my metal snaps because I can use my, I was going to do the plastic ones. I didn't want to have to deal with buttons. I know they're not hard to do, but I like snaps anyways. And I have all these different tools for them, so why not? So I decided not to use the plastic cam snaps because I thought I put a lot of time in this shirt and I want it to look a little more professional. So that's why I went with the metal snaps. And the problem I had is the snap I had on there, like I really was trying, I could not get it to snap. Like even my daughter and my husband were like, something's not right. So I took a pair of pliers and I cut the one piece off because I do have 2 sets of snaps, and I just went ahead and changed out the snap on the top, and this one fits in there perfectly and it'll snap off perfectly too. So yeah, I'll go ahead and snap up for a second. Now it did say, I don't know how well you can see that, my lighting isn't good and it's a gloomy day, but now the placket, I was expecting there to be an extra piece and there's not. You just fold it and then you're supposed to fold it over one more time, and I thought, why do you do that if you fold the one piece in? So I just folded it the once instead of twice, and I'm kind of glad I did because as you can see in the pictures, like it's a snug fit. So yeah, hopefully I can lose enough weight and wear it by summer. But anyways, about the placket thing, it says you can either choose to add interfacing or not, and I thought, oh, I'm definitely getting interfacing if I'm doing snaps. So I put an inch of interfacing in there, and then you fold the piece here under by like 1/4 of an inch, and then I folded the whole thing over an inch, and then I stitched. I actually did a stitch here, and then I did 2 on there on the sides because I wanted to make sure to get as close to the inside piece as possible. So I think it's really nice. If I make another one, which I'm hoping I will, I'll just size out on the hips. But I didn't change my thread so on my cover stitch, so I have some blue stitches in there. So, and that's where we go to the last thing that I made. And, oh, in the classic blouse, I made a size 3/4X, 3/4, 5X, if I didn't mention that. And then the last thing I made, and I'm sure you've probably already seen pictures of me in it, is the circle cardie. And here's what it looks like. I did not hem it because it's a really thick knit and it doesn't really need to be hemmed. I did try to get my cover stitch, or my serger to tried to get my serger to match as close as possible, but I didn't have enough thread, so I have white on the back side. I thought, you know what, that's fine. The construction went along pretty good. It did take me longer to make this than the button-up shirt, which kind of surprised me. Only because I was watching the video and like fast forwarding and, you know, going back and forth to make sure I did it right, because there's a very specific way she has you do the seams in there, and I wanted to make sure I got it correct. And then last minute, you know me, I decided to go ahead and I thought I had cut out the full sleeve, but I didn't. I cut out the 3/4 sleeve, and I was like, oh, it's getting really cold. I really would like a longer sleeve or flounce or something. So last minute I added the flounce. One of them looks better than the other because I suck at ruffles. So yeah, I just kind of went a little bit by some of the measurements she said, and then I like lengthened, and I just kind of adjusted it for my arm length. Like I had to take like an inch or two off from the pattern, the piece I had cut out. So on that I made a size 8, 9, and 10 as well. And she has, on her tutorial, she, like I said, she has a video for this. She also has where, like I have the one flouncy ruffle here, she has where you can have 2 or 3. So I thought that was really cool. And if I would have had enough, I would have done 2 because that looks so fun. And then like around the whole thing and going around, like around the front, going around the back where your butt is, you could put a ruffle there, and then you could even put 2 ruffles, and she shows how to do that as well. And then she also shows how you can also add a thumb cuff if you would like a thumb cuff with the sleeve. So yeah, the videos are amazing, and when I bought these, they were on sale, and then I was really hoping she'd have more on sale for Black Friday or Cyber Monday, and she didn't. She just has her little club thing on sale, but I myself, I have most of the patterns now. I just would rather get cheaper patterns. So next time she has a sale, I'm definitely going to grab a few more patterns. So I'm hoping Christmas or New Year's. Right now, I still have a ton of things that I want to make from her. But yeah, I'm so excited I found this company. And if you have not tried anything from Rebecca Page, especially if you, like me, have a little bit of a bigger belly, this is a good company because, like, she accounts for that, and I appreciate that. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope you go ahead and check out some of her patterns, and I will catch you next time. Bye.